Dr. Mike Okonwo, the presiding bishop of the Redeemed Evangelical Mission TREM, is one cleric who rarely dabbles into political matters in the country, but does not mince words when he chooses to. 2 days ago, he was his usual self when he spoke with select journalists, including The Guardian, at the TREM headquarters in Lagos on the state of affairs in the country. He condemned President Muhammadu Buhari's style of governance, especially the manner of his appointment and his handling of the security situation in the country, warning that the situation in Afghanistan was a big lesson for Nigeria. Okonkwo also lambasted the governors of the southeast states for losing the confidence of the people, condemned the indigenous people of Biafra for beating the drums of war in the southeast, and stated why he does not want an Igbo man to succeed Buhari in 2023. He also spoke on the qualities Nigerians must look out for in people that will present themselves for the number one position before making their choice. He was asked, "The talking point in the country now is the level of insecurity. You are renowned as someone who doesn't mince words at any time you hold an opinion, you voice it out. What is your take on the state of the nation right now? Vice versa, the security challenges bedeviling the country," he responded. "Well, it is only somebody who is blind or dishonest that would say that he's satisfied with the country now. For me, I think the nation is going through a period of gestation. Something new has to be born. We have gone round this mountain long enough and it is not working. To be honest, something fundamentally wrong in the way we have operated since our independence in 1960. We should be doing better than we are doing now. In fact, at times you feel ashamed to call yourself a Nigeria. A few years ago, we said Ghana must go, but today Ghana is far ahead of us in their national development. Our educational system is run down, security is run down, economy is run down, everything leveled to the ground. Everyone is on ground zero. So definitely no one will say that he or she is satisfied with the situation in the country. I mean, people are afraid. They cannot travel. You cannot confidently go to your village. The insecurity has gotten so bad that they can even invade our armory and carry arms and nothing will happen. Then, where do you turn to? The most recent was the invasion of the Nigerian Defense Academy (NDA) in Kaduna by bandits. If these people could walk into NDA and kill people and escape, then where do we stand? Kaduna happens to be a very stronghold in terms of military presence, and these things are happening there. So there is no more hiding place for people, and we should seriously the look into it as a nation. So the state of our nation is becoming very scary. In fact, at times I ask myself how the people in the National Assembly see themselves. You're supposed to be in the National Assembly to pass laws that will be beneficial to the nation. And these things are happening in your eyes, and you go to the National Assembly, walk back home, and sleep, and you don't take drastic actions or decisions that will address those issues. You said Nigeria is going through a gestation period and something new is about to be born before the country can move forward. What is the new thing you are envisaging? He responded, "If you notice, there is strong indication that the entire federal system we're operating should be looked into. And from my understanding, it is even in the manifesto of the ruling party. I heard that it is the number one item in their manifesto." Pastor Tunde Bakare, who was part of the drafting of the constitution, said that it is the number one point in their manifesto: true federalism, restructuring. Now, the question is, why has it not been done? So there is an agitation from every area. Initially, it was the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. It's no more IPOB alone. Oduduwa people and the Niger Delta Front are also saying, look, we're tired of this contraption called Nigeria, which was not the case before. So definitely, when there is such agitation all over, the truth is that people who are trying to either sweep it under the carpet, run away from it, threaten people, are wasting their time. We must come to a point where we look at the country and readdress the present situation we are in, because that is why there is tension everywhere. There's lack of trust everywhere. Nigerians don't trust anything again. They don't even believe in the government any longer. So obviously, this is an indication that something that has to give way for another thing to rise. And that is where we are going. I believe there is need to give birth to what will be beneficial to the entire land so that every region will develop at their own pace. I mean, we can't continue this type of mediocrity. What we have on ground now, to put in the native parlance, is like you beating me up and saying I shouldn't cry. It's not possible. You beat me up I must shed tears. What are these beatings that give rise to these agitations? Bishop Okonwo stated, let me give you one example. People are complaining of insecurity. If you are complaining of insecurity, the security apparatus is in the hands of a group of people. The only way I can convince you that I'm sincere and serious about what I'm doing is to balance it, standardize it, get people from different parts of the nation to handle different areas so that there will be no suspicion. Currently, there is suspicion. Now, no matter what the president says, people will not believe it until there is a decentralization of the security apparatus. People are saying that the insecurity in the country is now virtually across the whole nation, and you are saying that there is no agenda the North has to take over the country. How do I believe you? Like they say, it's you people that have the knife and the yam. Whomever you give, he takes. So why are you not delivering? The natural thing for anyone to do is to take it from them and share it. You can ask, look, I don't have any agenda. You from Niger Delta, you are in charge of this. You from Kwara, you are in charge of this. You from Kogi, you are in charge of that. You distribute it so the security apparatus is spread across the whole country. That way, if it is no more working, you are not calling one group of people. So this pointing at a particular group of people is not an attempt to label them. It's simply because the right things seem not to be done. Who else will I call? I won't call an outsider because you are in charge. If you are in charge, why are things the way they are? That is the way I see it. In as much as I'm the type that does not play ethnic politics, just look at the agitation that is going on in the East. The Miyetti Allah will come out and take ownership of certain things. And the misbehavior and violence in some areas and nothing is done. Then the IPOP carries their flag without arms and you go after them and mow them down. What do you want the people to say? Do you want them to say that everything is fine? It can never be. So these are the issues that the people are agitating and crying out for. To the best of my knowledge, the Easterners are not asking for anything other than live and let live. They are not saying give us everything. For me, to be honest with you, I'm not in agreement with any Easterners saying it is time for us to be president. So you should beg to be president. If it's going to be a case of making you president so that you can be appeased, that is stupidity. I don't want that. You are a Nigerian. You have equal rights to everything that every other person who is in Nigeria has. So it is not a matter of being appeased. In fact, I don't even want any Easterner under this situation to be a president because he will fail. Do you know why? The present system can never allow you to succeed. That is why we have to look at the system. The other day, somebody was boasting that they have the largest number and therefore they are the ones that will determine who rules the country or not. What type of audacity is that? What type of audacity will make you to be saying that you are going to be lording it over the entire nation? It is unacceptable.